Good morning to you, the Cyclist Wales. I'm Adam Holt and welcome back to Carmarthen Park in southwest Wales. This was the first event that I covered when I started this job, so it's about a year to the day now since I've been working here, and it's been an incredible journey, and I'm back here where it all started, and this is a track where I met my wife, so I'm looking forward to an exciting day of racing here at the National Youth Omnium Series.
But that's not all we have for you today. This weekend, Wales hosted many events across multiple disciplines, and in this episode we've got two of those events, plus for the first time on the Race Report show, coverage from the Wales Racing Academy. We'll be heading to Llandegla for the first round of the Welsh Mountain Bike Series, covering the National Youth Omnium Series, and we're also getting some exciting action from the Cycling Classic with our Wales Racing Academy. So join us as we see the highlights from these three exciting events across track, road and mountain bike. This is the Race Report.
So as you can see, the riders are warming up here on one of the oldest velodromes in the UK. It is still awesome to see bike racing on this track. I raced here as a kid, I trained here. It's an awesome velodrome and a great facility for West Wales.
We begin the action at Carmarthen Velodrome, where youth riders from all over the UK came to Wales with the aim of qualifying for the finals later in the year. The Omnium is usually made up of 4 events. In this case we have an individual pursuit, a scratch race, elimination race and a points race. Riders pick up points throughout the races for their finishing positions and intermediate sprints within the points race, and their points are added up to crown the winner at the end. Tactics do come into play in a huge way throughout the competition, and many factors go into crowning the winner. A great way for young riders to experience a lot of different types of racing in one day.
Good racing, yeah, pretty good weather. I mean, it was going to rain, but it's been sunny, so...
Awesome. And how was that last race for you?
Tiring, man. My legs gave out, but still, I think I got a few points, so I'm quite happy.
Hard, but it was fun. It was really enjoyable.
Yeah, awesome. And you've been beating the boys a little bit today as well?
Yeah,
How was that?
found it at the end that I could just close the gap and go over them, but no, it was good fun.
Awesome. And how do you find the racing on an outdoor velodrome compared to an indoors rack?
It's weird. Newport, I prefer Newport because you can have the banking, but this was fun. It was a nice track to ride on.
Awesome. What's next for you now?
Isle of Man, so I'm going to Isle of Man.
Awesome. That's what cheers. Thank you very much.
Now we head over to Llandegla Forest for the first round of the Welsh Cross Country Mountain Bike Series 2023, which saw 300 riders compete across the cross-country course. And this year Welsh Cycling ran a skills challenge alongside the racing for the first time. Here's Fiona James to tell us a little bit more about the challenge.
The Welsh XC in Llandegla saw the first ever under 12 skills challenge. So the purpose of this is to provide the young riders with an extra opportunity to ride their bikes on race day, showing the importance of skills for a young rider, but most importantly for them to have fun. It was great to see the young riders battling against themselves and their competitors as they tried to complete the course as quickly and cleanly as possible. After listening to some feedback from parents and riders, we have made a few small changes before the next round to hopefully make the event run more smoothly and efficiently. So I hope you've all been practicing your skills at home, and I look forward to seeing you in Deer Valley for round 2.
What an exciting day of racing, and great to see so many riders at the event. We look forward to welcoming you all back for round 2. Lastly, we're heading over to Rutland, England for the much anticipated Cyclings Classic, where our Wales Racing Academy riders got a bit muddy to say the least. Here is a pre-race interview with WRA coach Rob Partridge.
How are you feeling and looking forward to the race with the lads today?
I'm feeling alright, good legs.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really matter about me. The boys have prepped. We've got 5 riders here. Very young team, average age of, I think we've figured out, is 19. So, yeah, for pretty much all of them, it's the first sort of senior one. They've all done the junior version of this. So they've got a little bit of an idea of what's coming up. So yeah, excited to get going. Yeah, so we did the recon about 3 weeks ago. We just took a day, midweek, came up. Took a bit of time to really look at all the sectors, because generally, like most teams, come and recon it the Saturday before, but then it's a long ride. Do you know what I mean? You can't really see everything. You end up doing about 90k before race day. But yeah, so they know what's coming up. They've done a lot of research. STEM notes, GPX files, all the basics, which is good. They know where they're going, and with this race in particular, knowledge is power. I've just told them over those sectors, just preserve the equipment, because the race can't be won on these sectors, but it definitely can be lost.
For the 5-man team of Ed Morgan, Hugh Buck-Jones, Fred Meredith, Spencer Davis and Ben Bright, it was their first experience of this brutal race, which involved multiple sectors of gravel and tight farmland tracks. It was the 17th edition of the race, which is the UK's only one-day UCI continental race. The first attack went early, and it was a 4-man breakaway with former WRA rider Joe Beckinsale involved, as they brought their advantage to over 4 minutes. As the race came through the first free zone, Morgan decided to try and bridge the gap after missing out on the break, but was reeled in after 65k. Some ill-timed punctures from Meredith meant he was cruelly 5 seconds behind the main group, and after a hard chase he ultimately didn't see the front group again. Bright also had the misfortune of a puncture at the crucial moment, which saw him chasing for the rest of the race. But as the race reached its crescendo, Hugh Buck-Jones was still in contention at the front of the race. By the time the race had hit the finishing circuit, the group had been whittled down to a group of no more than 25 riders. In the end, it was Luke Lamperti from Trinity Racing who took the win, while Hugh Buck-Jones was the highest placed finisher in 13th position in a final bunch sprint. And that concludes this week's race report, and great to see 3 disciplines on display in the same day. The Cyclings Classic written race report from our communications lead, Michael Stoker, can be found in the news section of our website if you'd like to dive into more detail and rider reflections. And whilst you're there, make sure to check out the Welsh Cycling FanZone, where you too can upload your own content from races and help us to cover more events across Wales. And also be in with a chance of winning some cool prizes for your efforts. And this was the race report.